Why, your first $100,000 changes everything. What if I told you that making your first $100,000 is actually harder than making your next million? Yeah, sounds backwards. But here's the crazy part. Most people spend years investing, watching their account barely move, and eventually give up. Then the people who stick with it hit a certain point where their money starts growing faster than they can save it. At that moment, the game completely changes. Your investments start pulling more weight than your paycheck, and most people quit right before they get there. So today, I'm breaking down why the first $100,000 is the hardest milestone in investing, why it feels painfully slow, and how it can completely change your financial future. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive in. Picture this. Two friends decide they're finally going to get serious about building wealth. Both start investing $1,000 a month into a simple index fund. Nothing flashy, no meme stocks, no crypto moonshots, just steady investing. A year later, they check their accounts. They've invested $12,000, but the market only added few hundred bucks. That's it. No life-changing gains, no financial freedom, no private jet parked in the driveway, just a couple $100. And that's when a lot of people start thinking, man, this isn't worth it. Because we're wired to expect results fast. We hit the gym and expect muscles. We start a business and expect profits. We invest and expect our money to explode overnight. But wealth doesn't work like that. In the beginning, almost all of your growth comes from your own contributions. You're doing the heavy lifting. The market is basically sitting on the bench. And honestly, that's why the first few years feel so frustrating. Here's what most people never realize. Your investment account has two engines. Engine number one is you, your paycheck, your hustle, the money you're putting in every month. Engine number two is your money, the returns your investments generate all by themselves. At first, engine one does almost all the work, but every year, engine two gets stronger. Why? Because it's earning returns on a bigger pile of money. And eventually, something amazing happens. Your investments start making more money than you're contributing. Read that again. Your money starts earning more money than you are saving. That's the turning point. That's why legendary investor Charlie Munger famously said, the first $100,000 is a real challenge. Because around that level, the math starts working in your favor. You stop relying entirely on your paycheck. Now your money has a job too. And trust me, it's the hardest working employee you'll ever have. No lunch breaks, no vacations, no excuses, just working 24/7. Let's say it takes you 6 years to hit your first $100,000. That's a long grind. But here's where things get wild. The second $100,000 usually comes a lot faster. Then the third comes even faster, and the fourth faster than that. Why? Because compounding starts stacking on top of itself. Your money earns returns. Then those returns earn returns too. It's like rolling a snowball downhill. At first, you're pushing the whole thing yourself, but eventually the snowball gets so big that momentum takes over. That's exactly what happens with investing. The beginning feels slow, the middle feels exciting, and eventually it feels like your portfolio is on autopilot. Now here's where people mess up. They finally build some wealth, then immediately start spending more. New car, luxury apartment, expensive toys, lifestyle upgrades everywhere. And they slow down the very thing that was making them rich. Remember this, every dollar you invest today has years, sometimes decades, to grow. The longer it stays invested, the harder it works. The goal isn't finding some secret stock. The goal is staying in the game long enough for compounding to do what it does best. Because time beats talent more often than people think. So here's the bottom line. The first $100,000 matters because it's where the entire game starts to shift. The early years will feel slow. You'll wonder if it's working. You'll question whether it's worth it. That's normal. Every successful investor goes through that phase. The people who build real wealth aren't always the smartest. They're usually the ones who stay consistent while everyone else quits. So let me ask you, what's your next money goal? Your first $10,000? Your first $100,000? Or maybe your first million? Drop it in the comments below. And if you got value from this video, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with a friend who's trying to level up their finances. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.